My family, consisting of my mother, father, and my sister Lily, has always favored her over me. Despite my hard work and impressive achievements in my studies and medical research, my parents never fully acknowledged my contributions. They always believed that Lily needed more support because she struggled with her grades, whereas I excelled academically with ease. Yet, Lily constantly received scholarships, additional courses, and other opportunities that I was never offered. My mother would often say that Lily needed help to succeed, which made me feel deeply unfair. I was not only a diligent student but also the hardest working member of the family. The disparity became even more apparent as my parents continued to shower Lily with attention. While she could attend social events without worrying about finances, I had to manage everything on my own. Even though I had achieved significant success in medical research, such as being recognized at major conferences and completing a groundbreaking project, my parents never gave me the attention or praise I deserved. I never received their love or encouragement, making me feel that my hard work was meaningless. On the other hand, Lily received constant admiration from everyone and was encouraged at every turn, despite not having accomplished what I had. While I had to actively seek opportunities and prove my worth, Lily continued to receive preferential treatment from our parents. This created a growing sense of injustice in me. Despite putting in so much effort and facing far more challenges than Lily, I still didn't receive the recognition I had earned. My achievements in academics and research seemed insignificant in their eyes, leaving me to question whether my hard work was truly valuable. The lack of recognition from my parents was unbearable. Despite my numerous achievements, I realized that if I didn't assert myself, I would remain overlooked, and my efforts would never be truly acknowledged. I needed to find support from someone who could recognize my value and help me advance my career. That's when I decided to seek guidance from Dr. Roberts, a renowned medical expert and mentor. Dr. Roberts, a man in his 50s, not only saw my potential in the field of medical research, but he also helped me visualize a clear path for my career. His support and encouragement gave me the confidence to continue pursuing my passion. Through his mentorship, I realized that while my hard work might not always be recognized by my family, it could be acknowledged by the professional community, and that would ultimately lead to success. With Dr. Roberts' guidance, I started to take control of my own future. I realized that waiting for recognition from my parents was futile. I had to actively seek it elsewhere. I began to participate in larger research projects and develop high-impact studies. Slowly, I earned respect from experts in the field and found a work environment that supported my career growth. One of the most significant milestones was being invited to present my research at a major medical conference. This was a golden opportunity to prove myself to the medical community, especially to the esteemed professors who would be in attendance. Despite knowing that my parents would likely still favor Lily over me, I decided not to let that hinder my determination. This was my moment, and I was going to fight for it, not only for myself but also for what I had achieved and what I truly deserved. With meticulous preparation and a strong belief in my research, I delivered my presentation at the conference. The response was overwhelmingly positive, with my work receiving high praise from the experts in the field. Although my parents were not there to witness my success, the recognition from the academic community was all the validation I needed. I had proven my worth and made my mark in the field of medical research. While my journey to recognition was long and full of obstacles, it was ultimately empowering. I realized that true recognition comes not from family approval but from the respect of those who truly understand and appreciate the work we do. My story is not just about overcoming personal challenges, but also about learning to believe in myself and my accomplishments, regardless of external validation. I now know that my future is in my own hands, and I am proud of the path I've created for myself, one that I forged without relying on anyone else's approval. Despite the absence of my parents at my presentation, the recognition I received from the medical community was the real validation I needed. This moment was what I had been waiting for, and I felt proud of everything I had accomplished. Even though my family had not yet recognized my success, I had proven to myself that I no longer needed their approval to succeed. From that point forward, I was determined not just to work for success but also to maintain my faith in myself and never allow the favoritism within my family to hinder my career. I realized that true recognition doesn't always come from those closest to you, and that it was time for me to carve my own path. My opportunity to prove my worth came when I was invited to present my research at a major medical conference, where I showcased my findings on new treatments for cardiovascular patients. The praise I received from medical professionals was a significant milestone. Not only did I feel proud of my work, but I also felt like I had surpassed all the limitations that my family had unconsciously placed on me. My research was recognized by esteemed professors and colleagues in the field, and I was invited to participate in a prominent research project at Johns Hopkins on March 1, 2025, one of the world's leading medical institutions. This was a tremendous opportunity for me, not only because of the importance of the project but also because it was a clear demonstration of my capabilities in the medical field. The invitation was a direct result of my tireless efforts and perseverance, especially during a period when I had to struggle to gain recognition from both my family and the broader community. I realized that, although my parents couldn't see my value, the professional community acknowledged my true contributions and was willing to offer me the opportunities one had worked so hard for. The praise from my professors wasn't just gratifying. It fueled my drive to continue excelling in my field. When I returned home, I couldn't help but worry about how my parents would respond to my success. They had always favored Lily, and I feared they would continue to view her as more deserving of their support. However, after I received a prestigious research fellowship from Johns Hopkins and was recognized by experts in the field, my parents began to understand the error of their ways in treating me. This marked a turning point in our relationship. For the first time, my parents had to confront the reality that they had favored Lily excessively and had been unfair to me. While they always claimed to love both of their children equally, their actions reflected a clear bias. I understood that this recognition was not just the result of my hard work, but also the outcome of the struggle I had faced in creating opportunities for myself, while Lily had been shielded from the same challenges. When my parents realized that recognition could come from the professional community, not just the family, they began to see me for who I truly was, a capable, independent individual deserving of acknowledgement. Though my parents still didn't apologize directly, I could feel a shift in their attitude. They no longer took pride in Lily simply for receiving attention without putting in the same amount of effort I did. Instead, they began to see me as an accomplished person, someone who had earned her place not only within the family but also in the professional community. This transformation didn't happen overnight, but it was a positive change that signaled a more balanced and fair approach to our relationship. I feel that I have not only achieved recognition within the medical community but also sparked a change in how my parents view me. This shift in their perception was an important step toward rebuilding our relationship and reaffirming my worth. The pride and acknowledgement I now receive from the professional world continue to motivate me to push forward in my medical career, knowing that I am not defined by my family's approval, but by my own abilities and accomplishments. After all that I have been through, I realized that recognition from my family is no longer important to me. I have always craved appreciation and recognition from my parents, but especially when I faced a clear bias towards Lily. Although I have studied and studied a lot, my achievements were often not properly recognized. This made me feel hurt and lacked confidence in myself, especially when my parents always favored my younger sister. However, after I received recognition from the medical community and successfully won a prestigious research fellowship at Johns Hopkins on March 1, 2025, I realized that I do not need recognition from my family to prove my worth. The appreciation from professionals in the field helped me regain confidence in myself. My efforts and achievements were recognized by knowledgeable and experienced people, and this made me feel even more proud of myself. I found confidence and strength from these successes, rather than from the recognition of my family, who in my village continued to view me in a biased way. My decision to continue my research career at Johns Hopkins helped me declare my belief in the path I had chosen. I no longer depended on financial support or the efforts of my parents. I created and built my own opportunities, and built a solid foundation for a career in medicine. My achievements were no longer the result of favor from my family, but the result of my own efforts and determination. I learned that family recognition, while important, is not the deciding factor in determining one's self-worth. Without the support or recognition from my parents, I could have achieved success in my career and life, and not letting the bias and injustice from my family hinder my dreams has helped me become a more independent and strong person. I no longer feel like I have to live under someone's shadow in my family, and instead, I have found strength in my own efforts. Looking back, I see that those years of being ignored and not recognized in my family were the stepping stones for me to grow and develop. It made me realize that sometimes, you cannot rely on the recognition from your loved ones but have to seek recognition from the wider community. Although family can still provide warmth and affection, it is me who determines my success and worth. It is a valuable lesson that I will carry with me throughout my life. I can now be proud of what I have achieved without relying on favor or favoritism from anyone. My story is not only a journey of overcoming injustice but also a testament to the importance of believing in yourself and never giving up on your dreams, no matter the challenges or lack of recognition from your family. I have found my own path, and now I know that my future will be built on my own efforts and passion.